And now I'm going to give you to our ITO, Sir Roy J. Detoyato.
Ayan, thank you Sir Ariel, thank you Ma'am Donna and Ma'am Judith no, and to all our Smart Ed implementing schools. Thank you so much for attending this very short notice na orientation, but at least nandito pa rin kayo lahat. As I have observed, we have 123 attendees. May mga humahabol pa sa ating uh, link. Ayan. So, good afternoon. Isa sa mga critical na part kasi ng implementation, especially if it is technology. By the way, before I start, no, naka-raise kasi yung hand ni Ma'am Donna. Baka may idagdag pa siya. Ma'am Donna?
Wala na, Roy. Kaya
Ay, okay.
nalipatan pag-lowers ang hand ko.
So, ay, okay,
Sige,
okay.
go ahead.
Sige, thank you, Ma'am Donna. Thank you. Sige, let's continue na. By the way, isa kasi talaga sa mga advocacy ng ating departamento, the Department of Education, is to integrate digital technology into teaching and learning. And one of the initiative that our division has introduced during the pandemic is the LR on Wheels, no? But siyempre, during the pandemic, yung LR on Wheels ang ginagamit natin. But then, the face-to-face has come, no? Yung mga bumalik na tayo doon sa, although hindi na siya normal, but this is the new normal. So sa new normal, ang ginawa natin is to integrate technology into teaching and learning by introducing Smart Ed. So dito sa Smart Ed, na-explain na nga ni Sir Ariel kanina sa inyo that Smart Ed is, yun nga, no? Yung, meron tayong utilization ng technology in teaching, utilization of technology in learning. But before that, the Department of Education has been very religious in providing the department computerization program sa mga schools natin. Unfortunately, sa mga schools na napuntahan ko because of the 2 years pandemic na nangyari, so most of our DCPs are, as of the moment, are not in the functional stage. Isa sa mga problema natin ngayon yan kung bakit kasi hindi na-maintain for 2 years. So may mga nasisira talaga na especially electronic gadgets, no? Na pag hindi na paandar na matagal, talaga nagkakaroon sa ng diferensya. I hope na magawa ng paraan yan. By the way, before I start, I just want to inform everyone na we just have finished our national meeting, no? Ng mga national ITOs conference kanina umaga, and one of the topics there is to fast track the implementation of the integration of ICT in the teaching and learning. So very timely nga ang orientation natin, no, ngayong araw na ito. So isa sa mga gusto ko lang i-highlight before we start with our implementation of Smart Ed is the roles of ICT coordinators, especially yung ICT coordinator natin sa school. No? Sa pag-implement natin ng lahat ng programs and projects ng Department of Education. So, kung meron man kayong idea about dun sa mga ICT coordinatorship na ita-transfer nga sa mga administrative officers and administrative assistants. Isa doon ang isa sa mga hindi matatanggal na task ng teacher is yung ICT coordinatorship. So almost lahat ng coordinatorship ay maililipat natin doon sa ating mga AO. Pero yung ICT coordinatorship will continue to become a responsibility of our teachers na assigned, no, with appointment. So kaya I would like to just reiterate this one kasi nga nabanggit ni Ma'am Donna kanina at saka ni Sir Ariel Now, one of the most important aspects of integrating or implementing SmartEd is to have security over our equipment. So dapat talaga secured siya because that is responsibility and accountability of the schools, school head, and other and the school property custodian. So kasama na rin yung ating ICT coordinators dyan na dapat responsibility na rin yung ating mga equipments, especially the maintenance aspect. Okay? Let me start with the presentation. Yeah. So let me share my screen. Ayan, I hope nakikita niyo yung screen ko. Okay, so roles of ICT coordinators in the implementation of ICT-related programs. So yan yung ating So what is the present ICT situation? No? This is provided by the approved ISSP of 2023 to 2025 of the Department of Education. The ISSP was being presented before by our former Secretary Secretary Billy Luis. So digital literacy as provided for by the approved ISSP 2023 to 2025 requires that K to 12 K to 12 curriculum mandates that learners should acquire the following digital literacy skills. So this is very timely considering that our implementation of Belar on which during the pandemic and our implementation of SmartEd today to date is actually in line with the approved ISSP, especially so that it is being mandated to us that the learners should acquire the following digital literacy skills upon implementation of the ISSP, especially in the productivity tools utilization. Kung titignan natin, grade 4 and 12 should have an adept skills in using productivity tools. Ano ba yung mga productivity tools na sinasabi? Productivity tools are those Microsoft Offices, yung mga Word and Excel, yung mga word processing tools, spreadsheet processing tools. Yan yung mga productivity tools. So dapat bago magtapos ng grade 12 yung ating mga learners, ay marunong silang gumamit ng mga ganitong klaseng productivity tools in computers. So imagine, pag sa grade 7 na yung ating mga learners, dapat they will be given at least yung basic programming na courses. So yan. So dapat meron din sila multimedia skills, so especially in grades 8 and 10 and vocational ICT courses in grades 11 and 12. So paano ba natin ma-deliver yung mga ganitong klaseng skills sa learners kung wala tayong gagamiting mga equipments like TV, like PCP computers, tablets, and method of delivery of learning. No? So, kaya sinabi kong very timely yung pagka-implement natin ng SmartEd. Kasi nga, this is provided for by the ISSP, which is supposedly implemented this year, 2023, up to 2025. But since we have a change of administration, that said ISSP is being updated. No? May mga dinagdag sila because of the change of agenda. So, punta tayo from 10-point agenda to matatag agenda. So if you can remember, the 10-point agenda, number 1 dun sa 10-point agenda is the implementation of ICT or integration of technology into teaching and learning. Yun siya talaga ang nakalagay sa ating 10-point agenda. But then we have this matatag agenda, ganun pa rin ang nangyari. Part of the matatag agenda is still the integration of technology into teaching and learning. Kasi wala nang balikan ito. This is going forward. So dapat talaga ma-implement natin yung lahat ng dapat nating implement, especially the Smart Ed program. No? So hopefully na ma-implement natin siya. Next is the digital literacy planning of our the digital literacy plan of the ISSP. So dito sa digital literacy planning, ang nakalagay dito, dapat meron tayong 6 classrooms for grade 4 up to 12 na magkakaroon ng activity tools na courses. So meron tayong classroom package na may 50 tablet PCs, printers, wireless, and routers. So ang makaka-relate dito are those schools na nakatanggap ng 50 tablets na may mga charging cards. So ito dapat yung gamit doon. Nagkakaroon kayo ng ICT classes once a day for the grade 4 to 12. Dapat may 6 classrooms. So yun yung mga criterias na sinasabi natin before na ini-implement na Central Office para magkaroon kayo ng ganitong klaseng computer tablets. But then, yun na sabi natin, when the pandemic hit us hard. Kasi nga, pagkatanggap natin ng 50 tablets na ito, bigla nagka-pandemic, may lumabas na memo na yung mga tablets supposedly for the learners ay pinahiram muna sa mga teachers to conduct online classes at saka magagamit nila sa pag-print ng mga modules. Unfortunately, after 2 years, nung binalik na yung mga tablet PCs, medyo marami na rin po ang hindi gumagana at may mga sira na. So that is why with the initiative of our division, nag-provide tayo ng additional tablets for our learners para magamit nila in the implementation of Smart Ed classrooms and our own use at the same time. So another is the basic programming, multimedia, and vocational ICT courses. So 15 classrooms dapat ang target natin sa grade 7 and 12. So e-classroom package, meron silang 50 laptops, printers, wireless, and routers. So 2 hours per week ang kanilang klase. But then again, ito nga din ang nangyari when the pandemic hits us, yung mga 50 laptops na to, I know some schools received these. No? Napunta ito sa mga teachers. Supposedly, these laptops are for the multimedia and vocational ICT courses. But since wala namang learners sa school at saka masisira lang din pag hindi ginamit yung laptop, pinahiram natin sa mga teachers para magamit. Okay? So to date, only 30% of the 124,875 e-classroom requirements that need to be established based on the SID standards have been delivered to schools. So ibig sabihin marami pa tayong kulang kasi nga as to the delivery status ng ating mga smart package, 38% pa lang. So yun yung mga isa sa mga dilema ng mga Division ICT na kung minsan napagkakamalan tayo namimigay ng laptop at saka computers. Actually, those were coming from the central office lagi. No? So hopefully, nadagdagan natin yung inyong mga computers by the end of this year or start of next year. Next is the ICT assisted teaching na binabanggit ni Sir Ariel kanina. So ito naman siya, this is also included in the ISSP or yung plano ng ating central office to implement fully the computer or technology assisted teaching. No? So yung ideal scenario so that we can maximize the ICT assisted teaching is to have a digital board or projector or television installed in each of the 704,600 classrooms. It should be accompanied by a laptop for each of the 875. So 875,085 teachers. So these devices will allow teachers to have access to e-learning resources that they can project in their classes. It will also allow teachers to input their lesson plans into a learning management systems that will facilitate the process of monitoring whether the curriculum for a particular period has been fully delivered. So ito talaga yung naging target natin. And we are really proud to say na nagawa natin ito even before pa the ISSP was approved. Na nagawa na natin ito since 2020 na nagkaroon na tayo ng ICT assisted teaching because of the LR on Wheels. And now we are still continuing it by using by having the Smart Ed initiative. So hindi man siguro magawa na central office na ibigay lahat ang kailangan natin. But we are still trying to make both ends meet para ma-deliver natin ang gusto na central office na magkaroon tayo ng ICT assisted teaching. So dito sa ICT assisted teaching, very timely ang pagka-implement natin ng Smart Ed. So kung iniisip, sabi nga ni Ma'am Donna kanina, this is not an initiative of the CID chief. This is not an initiative of the IT officer. This is not an initiative of the PIO. This is not the initiative of the division personnel. Ito ay initiative po ng buong division. So dapat po natin itong suportahan dahil wala na po itong balikan. We are now moving forward. Actually, we are ahead nga doon sa plano ng central office na magkakaroon tayo ng ganitong klaseng implementation. Siguro kung titignan natin sa gani, as of today, our mga traveler from future, no? Parang nakikita natin before pa nila ilabas yung kanilang mga plano, ay nakikita na ng division ng Sarangani na kailangan natin ito. Alam niyo kung bakit nagkakaganon? Because necessity is always the father or mother of all innovation and inventions. Since kailangan natin, hindi ito magagawa ng mga nasa central office or ng mga nasa sentro ng syudad dahil they are enjoying every aspect of technology. Tayo kasi we are deprived, no? Pagpalagay na natin, sabihin na natin, deprived tayo dahil kulang tayo sa connectivity. So what we are trying to do is to develop, innovate, and invent para makagawa tayo ng ganitong klaseng ICT assisted teaching. So kaya tayo nauuna sa kanila kasi nga necessity sa atin ito, kailangan natin para makasabay yung ating mga learners sa kanilang ginagawa sa city at sa mga sentro ng syudad. So nagpapasalamat nga kami at with the help of our school heads, yung mga teachers natin ay nagkakaroon sila ng, especially yung mga PSDCs natin, nagkakaroon ng drive yung ating mga teachers para mag-implement ng mga ganitong klaseng programa from the division. So sana lahat-lahat po tayo ay ipagpatuloy natin yung drive na yun. Yung pag-implement ng mga ganitong klaseng innovation from the division. Dahil hindi naman po mag-i-introduce ng innovation ang ating mga nakakataas po para mahirapan po kayo. Sa umpisa, pwede siguro tayo, pwede natin sabihin na meron tayong kailangan ng mga skills, but we are trying so much to provide that to you through trainings and technical assistance. So before the opening of classes, we have conducted PAs dun sa Kiamba 3 at saka Kiamba 1. Nabanggit na ni Sir Ariel kanina that some of them are actually providing or sending us pictures na ginagamit din sa kanilang classroom yung interactive lessons. Nakikita natin kung gaano ka enthusiastic at saka ka interested ang mga learners na gumamit ng interactive lessons. So hopefully mai-impart din namin sa inyo yan during our training para matuto rin kayo gumamit nito. Ma-utilize natin yung binibigay sa atin ng mga television, yung mga visions ng ating mga nakakataas na dapat meron na tayong ICT-assisted teaching ay magagawa na natin because of this technology at saka innovation. So next is the ICT assisted learning. Paano ba yung ICT assisted learning? So kanina meron tayong ICT assisted teaching. Ngayon naman ay dapat meron tayong ICT assisted learning. So part of the Matatag Agenda for Basic Education emphasizes the need to provide ICT assisted learning for our learners to fully implement the K-12 curriculum. In order to maximize the potential of ICT assisted learning, the department needs to provide its learner with a tablet or laptop that they can use to access the e-learning materials. This will be accompanied with an education assessment system that will give learners feedback on which competencies they are weak on, as well as the recommended e-learning materials they would need to review and facilitate the learning process. So nagtataka na tayo, bakit ba si Stephen Sarangani? Very, yung parang masyado siyang nauuna. Before pa nga na-implement itong planong ito ng ating central office, tayo ay ginagawa na natin ito. So ano ba ang pinakauna natin binili noong panahon ng pandemic? Bumili po tayo ng mga tablets para ito i-provide natin sa ating mga learners. Although hindi natin kaya yung 1:1 tablet per learner, pero bigay naman tayo kahit papano ng para sa kanilang collaborative learning using technology. So dito sa pinoprovide na instruction or plano ng ating mga taga-central office to have technology-assisted learning sa ating mga learners, supposedly ma-implement ngayong 2023, tayo na-implement na natin 2 years ago. So hopefully may pagpatuloy natin lahat ito. And guess what, no? We just successfully provided you with materials, equipments, and tools para gamitin sa pag-implement ng Smart Ed initiative. So meron na kayong TV, meron na kayong tablets, and the latest is yung ating mga network package. Hopefully mabigyan namin kayo ng enough time, i-explain ko sa inyo mamaya paano yung gagamitin, but yung configuration, hindi po natin kakayanin ngayon dahil napaka-short po ng ating oras. Hopefully we can do that during our training. So mabilis lang naman gawin yun. Kung sasabay na ang lahat, pwede natin gawin yun in just 1 hour or 1 hour. So as of this moment, no, as of this time, wala pa namang program na pinaprovide yung ating Department of Education na nagpo-focus talaga para i-address ang requirements for the digital literacy and ICT-assisted teaching program. Kasi nga, masyado pang mainit yung mga nangyari doon sa mga laptops. So hopefully matapos na yun, although sa ngayon is patapos naman na siya. We are now, kanina sa meeting namin at sa last stage na sila of the transaction, pero baka tanggalin na nila yung third party na mga delivery. So ang gagawin is i-deliver na lang dito sa division, then kukunin na lang ng mga schools dito sa division yung kanilang mga allocation or DCP allocation. So hopefully matuloy na siya. We are actually the central office are actually very apologetic na gusto ipaabot sa atin lahat dito sa division na medyo na-delay yung delivery ng ating DCP for this year and next year. Kasi doon sa nangyaring problema nila with the delivery, third-party deliveries. Okay. So, ayan. The PEN, no? Ito yung isa sa mga plano ng ating central office to have a public education network. Ito yung mga sinasabi kanina ni Sir Arian that we are going to have our own network servers using cloud, no? Meron tayong core network from Luzon, Visayas, and I think this is located in Cagayan para sa Mindanao. So lahat yan is connected with our regional office, division office, and the school. No? So actually, hindi nyo namamalayan, but we have already tried it doon sa ating mga grade 7 and 8 learners during NLC re-assessment, and right now ongoing ang ating NLC post-assessment. So dito sa NLC, gumagamit na tayo nitong ating public education network. Although hindi ito siya fully launched, no? Pero ginagamit na natin ito ngayon as of this moment dahil nagpa-function na siya. Although hindi pa siya 100%. May ako napansin niyo na during the NLCA pre-test, pero first day tumigil tayo ng implementation dahil nagkaroon tayo ng problema sa access, nagkaroon tayo ng problema dun sa LMS. The following day na ayos naman kaagad nila is because of our central office ICPS na halos hindi na natutulog din sa pag-troubleshoot ng kanila ng problema tumaan sa atin. So I just want to show you na ganito yung network natin. Pero ito ay mangyayari lamang or ma-access lamang ng mga eskwelahan na mayroong internet connection. So gusto ko lang i-emphasize sa inyo, it's because kanina ini-emphasize din ni Sir Ariel that we will be having separate orientation for those who are connected in the internet and those who are not. No? Kasi magkakaroon tayo ng separate implementation which is very different ang bawat isa. Pag offline kayo in an online environment kayo, pero offline hindi ibig sabihin wala kayong internet. Ang implementation nyo is magkakaroon kayo ng sariling server ninyo. At ang configuration ng mga network package is also different. Yung mga network package ninyo kapag online kayo, ang configuration is also iba din, no? Iba din yung gagamitan. So pinapakita lang namin sa inyo na eventually if you are connected in the internet, most probably ganito ang magiging connection ng ating school. Hindi si school magpo-connect kay division at saka si division magpo-connect kay regional office, kundi si school direkta mismo doon sa kanyang core network. Ganun yung mangyayari sa kanya. Okay? Next, yung mga network packages for SmartEd na release. No? August, I think that was August 22 na start ang releasing. Meron kayo natanggap na solid state devices or SSD which shall be used as the main server of LR on Wheels, a local LMS for the SmartEd classroom, or doon nyo i-store yung inyong mga interactive lesson na ma-download from the central server like NEP server, LRMBS server, or any other sources na pwede nyo ma-downloadan o makinan ng mga resources. So, if you are implementing LR on Wheels, yung solid state devices na yun ay pwede nating installan ng LR on Wheels server for you to have a local LMS. No? So yung router naman, ang main function lang talaga niyan is to act as the main server for dynamic host configuration protocol ng DHCP. Ito ay nagbibigay ng mga IP addresses sa ating mga gadget para makakonect sa network. Kung halimbawang offline tayo, hindi na natin kailangan isaksak sa internet yung router. Pero kung online tayo, yung router is kailangan natin isaksak sa internet para ma-distribute natin ang signal sa ating mga learners, signal ng internet. So, yung pag-configure nito is medyo straightforward siya, but it requires enough time para ma-test natin yung ating configuration kung nag-function o hindi. So, we can't do it online actually. Kaya I am just introducing you yung mga equipments na natanggap ninyo. Para sa iba, alam naman nila kung ano yun, yung equipments. But for those who do not know, ito po yung natanggap ninyo. Meron kayong router, meron kayong SSD, at saka meron kayong access points. Ano naman po ang access points? Ang access points po natin is ginagamit natin para extend yung signal. Kasi ang router natin is Wi-Fi 6. Ang ibig sabihin nun, very short lang or within the classroom lang ang kaya niyang bigyan ng signal. Paano kung halimbawa yung ating server is dalawa ang gagamit na classroom? Pwede natin ipagamit sa iba by using access points. Pwede natin extend sa kanila yung Wi-Fi signals para mag-increase yung number of connections natin. So yung configuration ng ating smart network package for SmartEd will be done on the day on the first day of training natin. So siguro some of you or selected lang siguro sa inyo yung may technical expertise bawat school isa. Bibigyan natin ng ganitong klaseng training para siya na rin yung magiging focal person for the network maintenance ng ating NRMs package. Okay? So, kaya siya tinawag na, dati kasi yung mga ganitong packages are exclusively used for LR on wheels lang. Ngayon kasi we are targeting that those who are connected in the internet are that can utilize this package for their internet connectivity distribution para sa SmartEd. So magaganda kasi yung package na to para ma-distribute na maayos sa learners natin yung internet connections. For those who do not have internet connection, magagamit natin ito for our LR on wheels server. Okay? So dito naman tayo sa roles of iSchool ICT coordinators. Kung napapansin niyo, every time na nagpirma kayo ng inyong designation as School Information Communications Technology Coordinators, meron naka-attach doon na guidelines, no? So makikita ninyo ang inyong task dito as an ICT coordinator, dalawa lang naman. You will be the one to do the preventive maintenance of the school's ICT equipments and be in charge of our ICT related programs and projects. So another thing is yung trabaho, kaya dalawa yung ICT coordinator natin kasi yung isa is sa technical aspect, hardware, ang isa naman is sa data management and various information systems. But I think this ICT coordinator for data management and various information systems, baka mailipat na rin sa ating admin officer or admin assistant. LIS, EBEIS, EHRIS coordinatorship. Okay? Although very clear naman din doon sa ating pinipirmahan that if the administrative assistant registrar is available, the school head has the discretion to assign her to handle the data management. All other duties and function of administrative assistant pursuant to previous issuance of whether shall remain in force. Ayan. So kung titignan natin, aside from that, no, magiging guidelines for selecting an ICT coordinator is supposedly teachers. Kaya nga yung ICT coordinators na ang naiwan talaga sa teacher. Kasi yung teacher, especially yung teacher na nagtuturo ng technology, no? ICT dun sa kanyang mga estudyante, siya na rin yung lagi ang nagiging automatic na laboratory in charge. So pag laboratory in charge ka, you are automatically assigned as ICT coordinator kasi ikaw yung mag-maintain ng laboratory na yun. Okay? So may mga kaakibat din ng mga benefits yung mga ICT coordinators natin. Kasi it was very clear unless it will be modified or altered, no? Or updated ng ating bagong administration, this memorandum shall remain. Nakalagay dito, when funds are not available for the grant of additional compensation or overtime pay, vacation services as vacation service credits may be granted for services rendered beyond the required working hours during regular school days, which is exclusive of the 15 days limitation. So hanggang 15 days pwede kayong bigyan ng inyong actually may nagtanong sa akin before from, I think it is from Malungon, if pwede bang bigyan ng service credit ang teacher na ICT coordinator na nag-i-stay doon sa school just to prepare for the NLC pre-test, no? Kasi talagang inayos nila yung kanang laboratory pa in preparation for that NLC pre-test. That is in relation to the task being assigned to him or her as an ICT coordinator. Yes, pwede po siyang bigyan ng service credit. Kasi nga, nagtrabaho siya beyond sa kanyang working hours. So ayan, the following procedures or requirements must be observed. Pag nag-designate ang teachers na ang school head ng ICT coordinator, dapat ina-check niya rin if it is actually competent enough or may knowledge talaga siya to become an ICT coordinator. Sometimes yun lang din ang isang mahirap dito kasi sometimes yung ating mga teachers are yung profession nila is teaching talaga, kaya mahihirapan tayo maghanap ng school ICT coordinator na talagang may knowledge on the ICT side. So yun din ang na-raise na namin sa ating butihing USEC, na bago nating USEC, si USEC Minpen, that we need to have dun sa mga may laboratory na school to have at least one ICT coordinator na knowledgeable talaga dun sa pag-maintain ng mga ICT equipments. Kasi minsan nagkakaproblema tayo dahil if isa dun sa mga teachers natin ay wala talaga ICT expert. So naiintindihan naman natin yun dahil ang pinag-aralan ng ating mga teachers is education. Hindi naman talaga sila IT by profession. So hopefully ma-address na nila yan by assigning at least one kahit admin assistant lang na ICT expert sa school. So that's our request. Hopefully mapagbigyan. So yung process naman ng pag-appoint, no, dapat it must be approved by the SDS upon recommendation of the school head, the ESDS, a review of the ESDS, and the recommendation also of the IT officer ng division. So para ma-appoint siya as ICT coordinator. So part of that na trabaho talaga ng ating ICT coordinator is also yung mga maintenance at saka yung security ng ating ICT equipments. So hopefully after this orientation, ma-enlighten tayo kung ano talaga ang role natin as an ICT coordinator, as a smart ed teacher, at saka sa ating school head, ang accountability to implement the innovation coming from our division. Kasi this is not just for us, this is for the learners. Hopefully we can integrate the technology into teaching and learning processes. And thank you, everyone. If you have any question, please feel free to call our attention if you have any question. Thank you so much. I'll just stop my share.